You come back expecting change. You assume leaving did its job. That time away turned into growth, perspective, leverage. Most people believe returning to the same company means being seen differently, that when you come back more experienced, the organization will meet who you became. But when you return, nothing actually resets. The company doesn't update its view of you. It continues exactly where it left off. At first, it feels reasonable. People are friendly. The systems are familiar. You get back up to speed quickly. You tell yourself this is just re-entry, that it takes time for things to recalibrate. After all, you didn't come back smaller. You came back with more experience. You handled more responsibility elsewhere. You learned new systems. You made decisions you weren't trusted with before. You didn't leave to escape. You left to grow. And you returned assuming that growth would register. But a few weeks in, the work starts to feel familiar in the wrong way. The questions you're asked are the ones you used to get. The decisions you're excluded from are the same ones you were never part of before. When you suggest ideas you've already executed elsewhere, the response is polite and slightly surprised, as if the idea doesn't quite match the person saying it. Nothing is hostile. No one says you don't belong. No one says you haven't earned it. That's what makes it hard to name. There's nothing to argue with, nothing to push against. So here's the question. When you decided to return, what did you expect would be different this time? Most people would say how they're seen. Not the job, not the workload, just the assumption that their experience would finally register. But organizations don't reassess people the way people reassess themselves. They don't re-meet you. They resume you. Most systems store memory, not growth. They remember where your responsibility stopped, how much trust you were once given, what role you last occupied. And when you return, that memory becomes the reference point. So your work improves. It gets cleaner, faster, more confident. But the role doesn't move with it, because the role wasn't built around who you are now. It was built around who you were the last time you were here. This is the counterintuitive part. You expect leaving and coming back to reset how you're seen at work. You expect movement. Instead, you get compression, because all your growth happened outside the system that assigns meaning to it. Over time, the tension shifts. You stop questioning your ability. You start questioning your interpretation, whether you misread the return, whether you expected too much, whether staying longer will eventually change things. But nothing in the system is designed to quietly revise context, not automatically, not without interruption. Leaving changed you. Coming back didn't change them. This is what rarely gets said. Returning doesn't reset anything. It reactivates the last version of you the organization remembers. Coming back isn't starting over. It's stepping back into a story that already decided how much space you take up. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to tell whether you're being underestimated or simply remembered. So the question isn't whether leaving helped you grow. It probably did. The quieter question is this: what version of you does your workplace still operate on?